Classkick has a new export feature that I've been using, and they've worked on some of the glitches, so I highly recommend it at this point. I think they pretty much have it down to an art. So there's a couple ways to get to it. If you go to your rosters and you click on a class, any assignments that you have in the class will show up here, and you can click export grades here. The other way you can export your grade is if you actually go to the class and you can find the assignment. So let's say you're viewing the work anyway and you're in there, then you can press view work, and then there's an export button up here. So I'll notice that I have a couple things. I can select an assignment. This is an assignment in Classkick. So these are assignments that I already have written in Classkick. Or if you don't have a linked class, you can actually set it up here. Now, I do have the linked classes, so I'm going to show you that first, and then I'll go back and show you how to do it without the linked classes. I'm just going to create a new folder for my Classkick assignments. And what I'm going to do then is I have assigned the first assignment 3.1. All right, now you want to be intentional about how you, I'm going to add the assignment here. You want to be intentional about how you title it, because you're going to have all of your Schoology assignments listed. So you want to be able to identify it pretty quickly. So I'm going to call this Classkick 475 and then 3.1. Now I'm doing 475 because that's the name of the course. So when I'm looking through the courses, then what I see is the 475 piece, so I can easily see the class, and it's my 3.1 assignment. Now what's great is over here in the points, you can make this whatever you want. So I don't need to, like for the assignment that I'm looking at, let's see, my assignment is 27 points, right? I don't need it to be that. I just want it to be a 10-point assignment. It will automatically change that for you. So that is a fabulous feature of this, so that you don't have to calculate it yourself, or you don't have to create a weight in Infinite Campus. So then the category, I am going to put this, I made a Classkick assignments category, but you can create a new category if you want to put it into different places. So I'm going to put Classkick assignments. You do need to have it in a category so that it shows up as a graded assignment. So make sure you add that piece, and then we're going to come down, and then we did this today. So I'm doing this today in my class. So I've got my date, I've got my category, I've got the points that I want it weighted as. You could also put, if you're like my assignment was 27, I can put 27 here, that's fine, but you're gonna put the points here, and then you wanna give it a name where you can find it easily from a list of assignments. So I'm gonna press create. So what this has done is it has created this for both of my classes. So if I go to like gradebook, we'll go here. When I go to my gradebook, we can see now I have the Classkick assignment, and I can toggle between my two classes, all right? So let's go back to Classkick. So this was my assignment, and now I can press the export grade. So again, we can press it here or from the rosters. So I'm gonna hit this, and I'm going to select assignment. So I'm gonna come here, and I labeled it 475 3.1. So now I can see that guy, and I can export. And that's it. So now I've exported this class, but I have two classes. So in Classkick, I'm going to toggle. I've also assigned this. Now this class hasn't had it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and export those grades just so you can kind of see what that'll look like. Now the reason why I have 4 unmatched students, so I click on this. If you're getting that message, I no longer have these students that are listed, but they had signed up for this at the beginning of the school year, so I just need to remove them. What's nice though is even though I don't have them, this is already linked up, so I don't have to worry about it. It is going to include the 18 students that I have, and I can go ahead and sync that now and export now, even though nothing's gonna show up. And later on, I'll just export again, and it replaces any grades. So if students are wanting to continue to work on late assignments and you're willing to give that credit, this is just a nice way to not have to look up each student. You can just press the export button, you're good to go. So now that I have this, I'm going to come back, and this was my first class. I'm going to refresh so you can kind of see what happens. So now all the grades that I have from that class are in here. All right, so now some of these students were not present, so they don't have grades, but you'll notice it's weighted out of 10 points, so those are in. So let's talk about how we sync it to Infinite Campus. There's two ways. The first way is from the gradebook. So on the left-hand side, you'll notice I had pressed gradebook. I can press this Sync to Infinite Campus button. You see it's grayed out, so now it's currently syncing. So that's one way. The other way is if we come down here to Infinite Campus, if you click on that, it's updating assignments where the grades have changed because I've pressed the export button again, 3.1 right here. So that is queued right now. So you can see how it's queued. It is currently syncing to Infinite Campus. All right, so if I did not have a linked class, you can use this version. And so let's say today is the due date. You can change this. You click on this guy, gives you a calendar. You can select your category in Schoology. So maybe I'll say Chapter 8 Classkick. And then what this does is assigns a category, and I can also scale it here. So I'm going to export this, and then I'm going to go to my other classes, so courses, and that's going to show up here. So if you do not have a linked course, if you export in that way, this is what's going to happen. So this is the assignment that I created in Classkick, and it's only assigned to my period 2. So that's why this feature doesn't work so well if you have linked classes. So if I click on this, if I go over here to edit, you'll notice down here, it is only this class that is synced, right? These two, it's not ever going to sync it to them. It can only do one at a time if you are coming from Classkick. So now I'm in. So what I'm going to do is click on the uncategorized assignment. So what you have to do, you might have a list of them, but here I just synced the one assignment. So you go to, for me, that's my semester 1. And this is a practice assignment. So I click on this, I press save, I press OK, and then I close. And if I go over to this assignment, it was Classkick 475 3.1 here. And then these are the assignments now from Schoology. They are in there, and I'm good to go.